Mimi jina langu Abdurrahman Ahmed Bajuberi. Na Bajuberi ndio maarufu family name. Naishi hapa Unguja, mtaa huu wa Mbuyuni Street. Na siku hizi nimeretire. Nilikuwa nikifanya kazi court, sasa nimesharetire. Nilikuwa musician, all round musician. Nikipiga nai, nikipiga udi, mandolin, cello, zote ala za nyuzi isipokuwa ganuni. Sikupenda kuingia katika fani ya ganuni kwa sababu kwa time nyingi kutune, kufanya tuning ina nyuzi nyingi 36 sijui, basi kila uzi moja ina nyuzi 3, zote uzi tune ziwe sawa. Basi kupenda, napenda simple instrument kama violin na nyuzi 4 tu, udi na nyuzi 6 kwa 12. Na hii nai ndio toka niko mtoto napiga nai.
You know, I loved music from childhood, but because of the culture, our culture, by then, you, as a woman, you can never dare say that I can join any group or I can even learn any sort of music. So I ended up listening to music, and you know, when we were children, our parents were very strict. So, but I was pleased because our late brother, Abdul Rahim Hamdan, he's now dead. And our mother, of course, knew about it, but he was very social. He used to come and take us to one of these shows which Nadi Khonisafa were performing, and our eldest brother was a violinist. He was very strict, so we couldn't dare go out. So he used to come and take us. We go there and say that when they announce the last song, come down, and we go back home. By the time our elder brother comes home, we are already asleep, and he never knew that we went to see this show.
Kwanza tulipokuwa chuoni tukisoma Qurani, kipiga nai katika makasida, basi ile imeni-attract music, nikawa attracted by music. Kila instrument nisikia, basi roho yangu ina admire. Nikiona watu wanapiga na mimi nataka nipige. Basi nikaendelea toka mdogo, a boy, nikaenda tu kwa interest kucheza kabla sijawa officially member, fahamu.
My father, Abdurrahman, I'm the 5th child of his family, and I'm the only one who stayed with him for the whole my 46 years. I was staying with him, so I know so many things and I learned so many things from him. General knowledge, including music. I open my eyes, I see my father playing different instruments at home, especially when there is dark, when the darks come or the power cut. A bit long time ago was, it's a custom here, the power cut, you know. So my mother and all the family enjoying when he play music, when there is a duck.
But when I was studying abroad, I studied in Moscow, studied in China. You know, in this university, usually they have pianos. So I used to go there and play piano. Sometimes I get somebody who just taught me do, re, mi, fa, so, and went on. But strictly, I started learning from 85. I was interested. I said, no, let me try to get somebody who can help me with the keyboards. And this is why I met Mohammed Ilyas and he started teaching me the keyboard. But my interest later developed to Qanun. And they say that Qanun is only for men. And it's an instrument which is very difficult. So they discouraged everybody. They said, why, if a man can play, why can't I? So I started. And here, within 6 months, I was so serious, playing until middle of the night, or up to 3 o'clock in the morning. And then my first performance was in 2009 at Busara Festival with the late Biki Dude. And it was, so a woman can play a Qanun. And other people said, then we can also go then and play. It's not difficult if a woman plays the Qanun, you know this mentality.
يا ليلي 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 يا عيني يا ليلي يا عيني binadamu mtu kukumbuka wema unaofanyiwa ni binadamu mtu. At the time when I was very, very young, I used to read Quran at the Quran school at the Bibi Zena, late Bibi Zena. She the one used to taught me Quran. And I was very, 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 very much interested in reading Tajweed. But when I was in primary school, we had a dramatic society. And we used to have one teacher. His name was Saif Salom. He's already died. We can call him late Saif Salom. There was one day, while we have this dramatic society, we say, who can sing any song? Maybe he was on the mood. But I was not a singer at the time. I used to only to read Quran. So somebody said, this boy has got a very good voice. Let him try to sing. So I sing, and that was about when I was at the age of 13. So he was very much impressed, the teacher of mine, by my voice, and he tried to campaign me on the other side, say, to join Nadi Khalsafa. It was 1964.
Tarab music actually started a century ago, more than a century. During the time of Said Ali bin Humud, he was very much interested in music, and he introduced, he brought musicians from outside, from Egypt, from Turkey, and then Said Barghash also introduced Tarab to the palace.
But in Zanzibar, when Sultan Barghash went to Mombasa, every evening he was being entertained by somebody playing oud, maybe with an end violin. So when he came to Zanzibar, he was very much eagerly to introduce Tarab.
And it was only Arabic music. They were just copying Kulthum, Farid al-Atrash, Muhammad Abdul Wahab, and until that time when Siti Bitisad, that is in the late 20s, when she introduced Tarab in the Ngambo area, but she introduced it in Kiswahili. So because the wife of the Sultan, Saida Matuka, introduced her to the palace, then it was recognized that this is also Tarab. Tarab before that was only in the Stone Town area, not in the Ngambo. But because she was invited to the palace, recognized as if something, the wife of the queen, the sultanate, felt this is Tarab, how can you say it's not Tarab?
But before, people used to sing only Arabic songs in Tarab. And most of the song is from Egypt. Mostly of the song which are in Tarab from that time and today is only concerning about love. Nothing else. Yeah.
Walikuwemo wazee wengi, tena ilikuwa klabu rasmi yenye discipline, yenye mapenzi ya kupendana. Maana kama tukenda kama kwa interest yetu wenyewe, sio kama sasa vijana wa sasa wanakwenda kwa interest yao nyingine ya pesa. Sisi tulikuwa tunakwenda kwa interest ya mapenzi tu, ndio kaitwa akhwani safa, maana ndugu wenye kupendana wenye wa mji, na tulikuwa hatuna ubaguzi. Waarabu, Wakazija, Waswahili, Wahindi, Magoa walikuwemo member, lakini tu iwe mtu akubaliwe kwa disi character zake. Ikiwa mtu mwana character mbaya hakubaliwi kabisa. Na tena pate supporters wa kukubali kama huyu kijana mzuri, hana matatizo, basi ndio nakubaliwa. Tena tukilipa fee kila mwezi shilingi 3 kama hivi. Kwa wakati huo ukilinganisha na sasa, pesa nyingi. Maana wakati huo shilingi moja mtu anafanya kazi kutwa. Wakati huo katika 50s utaona kitu haelekei, lakini kwa kimazingira wakati huo tofauti na sasa. Basi kama mtu akifail kulipa fee anazuiwa mpaka atakapokuwa tayari analipa deni, anarejesha.
In fact, up to now, I'm a member. Not I was. I'm still a member. And since when I decided to retire to the club, I was the director of music. That's first thing. But when I joined the club in 1964, I used to see so many musicians, elder like my father. And we used to try, to respect them. And they used to give us respect. I learned from them. And till I become now calling professor of music, because all of my education of music, mostly of my life, I get in Nada.
Tokezea yeye akatuomba tuende kwake kwenye palace kupiga. Siku ana sherehe, na sisi tulikuwa strict kabisa. Hata mfalme akitaka tunampa shuruti. Ilikuwa hatukodishi ile, ilikuwa haikodiwi. Hii tunapiga for our leisure. Ikiwa moja na harusi au ndugu yake tunakwenda kupigia, lakini hatukodishi nje wala hatufanyi choo, ila mtu akubali shuruti zetu. Hata mfalme wakati ule alipewa shuruti kwamba sisi tuna rule, tupigi pale mpaka mtu awe member. After 6 months au 6 months tena ndo ana apply, tunakwenda kumpigia. Tofauti na hobby ya sasa. Zamani naendelea hivi kwa hobby tu, hatutarajii kufanya recording wala kupiga show wala kufanya mwenyewe tu. Tunafurahi tu mapenzi yetu. Sasa na kama kikao cha karata, kuna vikao vya karata, sinajua hapa katika mitaa mbalimbali. Kuna watu wana hobi ya karata, wanakaa wanacheza karata kucha mpaka usiku. Na mara nyingine wanafanya timu baina hawa, ila sisi basi mapenzi tu, na tukilipa fee. Leo tofauti, leo hawalipi fee. Wewe ukishakuwa na hobi unaingia tu, wala kuchunguliwa kama zamani taabu. Ukichungua utaona wote wengi hawafai.
Tarab Zanzibar, if you talk of Tarab, of course, it depicts the whole culture of Zanzibar, because Tarab music relates to weddings, relates to sorrows, relates to everything that takes around, to politics, to sports, because people have been using Tarab songs to discuss what is happening in the place. Like, for example, if you take Siti Biti Sad, was singing like a media person, talking about what was happening in the country. Take an example of Kijiti. It's a song which depicts a woman who came here, and then she was taken to a picnic, but she was murdered. And then she also talked against corruption of the law sector. And then later, here Tarab, we have Tarab songs for politics. For example, Muhammad Ilyas composed one song about peace. Which really helped a lot during the first multi-party election. Otherwise, there would have been bloodshed without that song. The song was being transmitted in the radio station most of the time, and during the election it was full time, all the time, until the time when they announced the results. And then there are songs for other things like health. We talk about children. We talk about what can I say, diseases that happen, how people can help themselves. And so Tarab actually is everything here. Tarab is for the wedding, for development, for politics, for everything. So if you say Tarab is the culture of Zanzibar, and we can't miss it. retired, all my pension I got, retirement, I bought second-hand instruments, violins, I bought woods, I bought ganoons, I have 3-4 ganoons, and you know, Dumbak. I remember once Muhammad was telling somebody, I think this woman, I don't know what's wrong with her. She's buying all these things. And then we started this group, but it was not easy to go around to a lot of places to look for women. Until later, I was disappointed. But thank God, the day I was disappointed, I said, this is the last day, I'll never go again. The second day, many women came here and we started. You know, Bikidude, actually, I was the one who took her to Germany. The first time the promoter saw her. And of course, she was in other groups. She was playing with Sahibulara for many years, Culture Musical Club, and then she also played in the mainland. But she sang what Siti Bitisad was singing. The only song which was modified, I can put it, was Mhogo Jangombe.
Mhogo Jangombe, sijauramba mwiko, usitukane wakunga, na uzazi ungaleko. Mhogo Jangombe, if you hear it, which Siti sang, is different from what Bikidude is singing, because Muhammad Ilyas changed a bit the style to fit with the time, and it became very, very popular. The only problem with Bikidude was that she could not crem. It was very difficult for her, so she sang what she remembered, and that was her. And but she was a very serious woman. She was very serious in her work. You tell her, come here at 9 o'clock, we start rehearsals. By 6 o'clock, you hear her drinking coffee outside. Ringing and saying, I'm around already. You know, she was very, very serious with what she was doing.
And when I came back from Germany, I registered my band, which is called Twinkling Stars. From there, we called Bikidude to come and sing with us. And I composed one song, music, even though it was long time songs it was sung by Siti Bitsari. But I do arrange it quite different with that one. It's called Howard Jangombe. So after that, she was just like my grandmother, and we used to stay with her like a family. The first trip, we traveled to her to Germany, and everybody was, very surprised to see the old man with her voice. And this is the way how I used to know Bikidude. To me, she's somebody which I will never forget her.
Kakibia nani yule nani yupo wapi nani? Zahuru. Ndio anaogopa. Wanachukua yao ya sinema kuonekanwa. Anaogopa kuonekanwa. Eh? Asante. Kana kusikiliza korokoro nini? Watu mbalimbali wanakuja. Basi na tukae kule. Remember.
Tarab is the symbol of traditional in Zanzibar. When you have wedding ceremony, government party, even before the revolution, they used to play the Tarab. I mean, the Tarab group is playing. Even in 1964, when the revolution came, Tarab was a bit high because the late President Nyerere, late Abedi Karume, they used to like this kind of music, Tarab. And they formed one national group which was calling Kikosi cha Taifa from mainland and Zanzibar. And they used to be, at that time, to be giving so many priority. Whenever any president came from outside the country, the national group, I mean from Tanzania as well, from Zanzibar and Dar es Salaam, used to play. So you can find at that time Tarab was a bit high. And musician at that time was usually well respected than today.
Tarab has changed a lot. It has changed. Even the groups, to me, I don't see that they have improved much. Because before there were more groups, there was more competition than how it is now. There is, for example, the music school which has been opened, but still I don't see that there are so many students who have learned there to be able to start having their own groups. There was a time here, there were a lot of groups.
You know, I joined the Nadi Honsafa in 1964, and there I used to learn a lot of things. I used to learn, first of all, the respect, because I find elder people, and if you went there or enter there, first of all, you have to be a person of respect. You have to respect the elder, quite different with now. And also people were not jealous. If they're teaching you, they're teaching from their own heart. They're not jealous. And when I was there, in fact, in early '64, I used to find, good musician, old people like Ida Blafarhan. He was the director there. Late Saleh Ajmi, he was a guitarist. Late Sif Salem. They are really very good musicians and very cooperative. In fact, they are the one who make me to be like this. And Abdullah Musa, who is living now in Dubai, they're the one who make me being like this. Because I was grown up, not only in playing the music, also how to respect my elder, which they know more than me. And that is quite different with now. Because before, in every Eid day, that means Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Hajj, we have to compose new composition. But now it's very shame, almost 20 years or 25 years, there is no new composition. They're all following these, old music composition, 20 years back, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years back.
Unajua huo wasiwasi ulikuwepo, upo bado kidogo, kwa sababu kabla ya ile shule ilikuwa kuna wapigaji makanuni hapa wawili tu au watatu, ambapo watatu hao katika hao watatu mmoja kishafariki, mmoja kahama hapa, yuko Muscat, kabakia mmoja ambaye alianza kunifundisha mimi. Kwa hiyo ina maana kanuni zingekuwa zishapotea, lakini sasa kutokana na yule mzungu alokuja akafungua kile chuo, sasa kile chuo kufungua madhumuni yake ni kwamba kuvirejesha vile vyombo ambavyo havi. Kajitahidi, tumefungua, ndo tumepata wanafunzi sasa wapo, kwa mfano kama 4 5 wanapiga kanuni, wanapiga udi, wapiga udi si wengi. Wapiga udi naona hamna wanafunzi wanapiga udi, labda mmoja wawili. Kwa hiyo hichi chuo kama kitaendelea kusomesha vizuri na kikivuta wanafunzi vizuri wasome kwa ajili ya vyombo vya utamaduni, basi vyombo vitakuwepo. Lakini shule kama ikienda mpaka ikafa, then vyombo hivi vingine vitaondoka kweli baadaye, kwa sababu watu wanaangalia sasa hivi, hawatizami halafu sasa hivi yenyewe ya kipato. Naona hawaangalii baadaye labda kama vyombo tutapoteza ama vipi, na vyombo vingine tayari vishapotea, vipo. Sana. Unajua tofauti ya hii tarabu ya kisasa wanaita modern tarab, ambao mimi nakataa, si modern tarab, na hii tarabu ya zamani tofauti, kwa sababu tarabu ya zamani vyombo vyake vya kutumia ni udi ambao ni hii, kuna kanuni ile pale, kuna violins hizi hapa, kuna bongos, kuna tabla, kuna accordion, ushafahamu zile wanasema acoustic instrument ndio zinatumika sana kwenye tarabu asilia. Unaona kuna rika makasi ile, kuna nani, kila kitu unaona. Lakini sasa modern tarab wanasema wao, hii tarabu ya kisasa unatumia keyboards, unatumia beat machine au drums, drums, unatumia bass guitar, unatumia na mambo mengine ambao kama unaweza kupiga saxophone, unaweza kupiga umo kwenye kila. Sasa hii ni tofauti kubwa, unaona. Na hii sio modern tarab, hii ni tarabu yenyewe, hii ni muziki wenyewe wanaojua. Sijui kama mimi nikiulizwa nitasema ni muziki wa bolingo, kwa sababu ni muziki kama wa Zaire, wanapiga kama Zaire tu sasa hivi, unaona. Wanapiga kama muziki wa Kizaire, yani hauko katika maudhui ya tarabu.
Of course, it will survive, but not like before. This is repeated so many times. It will survive, or it will die. It depends about how the government will take care about this kind of things. Especially this is traditional music, tarab. If they are willing, the government, to help these people, not giving them money, just to give them courage, so that the musicians should know that they have been recognized by the government. For instance, now we have got this group of women house. It was almost been, what we can say, it was been formed almost 4 years back. But there's nobody who came here to watch them, a part of helping them. The ministry should have to come and at least give them advice, do this, but nobody has entered.
I think we have to work very hard to convince people to start making groups. But also, what is the contributing factor is religion here. The religious people have started convincing people, some of them, that music is haram. So you find even those who are interested in music have come back. Some others say, it's haram. So, because even me, for example, they came and told me, say, you know, Maria, you have been to Makkah, music is haram. How can you have this women group? I say, okay, no problem. You just go and tell me one verse in Quran which says music is haram. Then I will stop music. But they never came back to me.
Eh? Kitasa sikipo badubero ko. Kitasa tunaweza
hawa waliohusika sasa, sisi tena hatuwaingilii. Wao ndo wakitajia msaada wote, wao ndo wakutajia msaada. Maana wao ndo waendeshaji, sisi tuko majumbani tena, tumejikalia. Hatuwezi kuingilia mambo haya. Nasema tumeshakuwa wazee tena. Labda tokezee mtu tu kwa mapenzi yake atutunikie mtu mmoja mmoja. Wengine naletewa kutoka nchi za nje. Wale walikuwa memba zamani wako nchi za nje, wale hama wakati wa mapinduzi. Wengine wako Arabuni, wengine wako India, wengine wako Dubai, nchi nyingi. Wengine wako Abu Dhabi, wengine wako Ulaya. Kama ndugu yangu mmoja alikuwa yeye musician, shakufa, alikuwa musician, aliishi Ulaya miaka mingi.